The ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine is one of the most protracted and complicated issues in the world today. However, the way it is presented by the Western corporate media is a major concern. The media has been consistently obscuring the reality of the situation by using terms like clashes to describe the violence. The recent violence that broke out between Israeli police and Palestinian worshippers at Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa Mosque during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan was portrayed as a clash by the media. This terminology serves to obscure the fact that Israel has a monopoly on violence in the region and is responsible for the majority of the casualties. The reality is that the Palestinian violence is in response to Israel's policy of ethnic cleansing, occupation of Palestinian land, and periodic perpetration of massacres. One of the major issues with the Western media's coverage of the conflict is their obsequiousness towards the Israeli point of view. This is largely due to the fervent backing of the U.S., which casts victimizers as victims and slaughter as self-defense. The media has consistently failed to hold Israel accountable for its actions and has instead chosen to downplay its atrocities. The media's use of the term clashes also implies that there is an equitable competition between two sides. However, this is far from the reality of the situation. Israel is one of the most powerful militaries in the world, while Palestine is occupied and does not have access to the same resources. The disparity in power between the two sides is enormous, and this needs to be reflected in the language used to describe the situation. The media's obsession with reporting Israeli savagery as clashes is nothing new. It has been happening for decades, and it is time for it to stop. The Western media must start calling Israel out for its actions and hold it accountable for the atrocities it has committed. By using language that obscures the reality of the situation, the media is doing a disservice to the victims of this conflict. One of the biggest issues with the media's coverage of the conflict is the dehumanization of Palestinians. Even in progressive venues, Palestinians are often not given the same level of humanity as Israelis. This dehumanization is one of the main reasons why the violence continues to escalate. Until we start recognizing the humanity of all individuals involved in this conflict, there can be no resolution. The recent three-day assault by the Israeli army on Gaza that killed at least 44 Palestinians, including 16 children, is a stark reminder of the reality of the situation. This bloodiest episode since Operation Guardian of the Walls in May 2021 is yet another example of the unequal power dynamic between Israel and Palestine. However, the media continues to refer to it as a clash, downplaying the severity of the situation. It is time for the media to start using language that accurately reflects the reality of the situation. By calling out Israel for its actions and using language that recognizes the power imbalance between the two sides, the media can help to bring an end to this conflict. The violence will not stop until we start holding Israel accountable for its actions and recognize the humanity of all individuals involved. For more updates and insightful analysis, subscribe to our channel.